Hey there, boys and girls. Welcome back to our next activity together with me, Mr. Mason, of course. Today's activity is salt food coloring in glue art, basically. Just follow along with the supplies and the steps, and hope you guys have fun with this one. So for supplies, we have our 4 pieces of black construction paper, we have some food coloring, we have our glue, and we have our salt. Okay, so we have 4 pieces of paper, so you guys can create at least 2 creations and not have the glue bleed through. That's what the second piece of paper is for. So on to our first step, it's taking your glue. So you're gonna take your glue and you're basically going to draw whatever you want on here with your glue. Fill in where you want it to be solid, like where you want it to be a solid color, and then just have your lines go wherever you want a line to be. It's pretty easy, it's pretty simple. Just watch and follow along, and I hope you guys have fun. So I'm gonna be pretty simple. I'm gonna put mine landscape-wise, which is this, just sideways. I'm also going to be drawing a house today with my glue. So let's get started. It's be pretty simple. Start off with that, original square everybody always has for a house when they draw one. So I'm not fancy. Nice square. Now I'm gonna do my door. Perfect. Maybe even a little doorknob, because why not? And I'll make a little window for my door. Okay, now I gotta make my roof. And I'm gonna go ahead and fill that one in. Perfect. Let's see here. I think my house needs a window. It's gonna be kind of a high window, like a sun window, if you will. Right across. And I want a bigger window up here because it's a 2-story house now, because I just made a 2-story in my head. Just wanted to add some grass down here, maybe a grass line, because why not? I think it'd be cool. I'll even throw a little bit of wavies in there, make it look like the grass has got some texture. Throw a little bit more. Okay. So that's my drawing with my glue. And now next step is taking your salt, and you're basically just gonna cover all of your glue. And you're just gonna make sure that as much salt as possible is sticking to wherever your glue lines are. Because this is what's gonna be holding your food coloring at the end. So trust me, you're gonna want a lot of salt. This is my salt-covered glue drawing. There's a lot of salt. It is kind of a mess, but it's no problem. It could just be cleaned up right at the end. It's just salt. You're gonna wanna let this sit for about an hour to make sure that glue dries really well, or basically it'll fall off, honestly, and it won't look good. So go ahead and let it dry for about an hour. All right, so it's been an hour. Next step, all you're gonna do is take your paper, basically kind of try and keep as much salt on it as possible, and you're gonna go dump it in the trash, or wherever you can dump all this salt and not make a mess. So we'll be right back. All right, so we took all the salt, or the extra salt, off the paper, and as you can see, this is what it looks like. It's not perfect. some of the glue will soak into the paper, and so the salt will stick to the rest of the paper around it. But in all honesty, it kind of gives it kind of a cool look, like it'll actually come together at the end. So next comes the food coloring. And this is the most creative part anyway. So you get to basically color whatever you want, however you want, as many times as you want, and as little as you want. Me, I'm gonna keep it pretty realistic, honestly. I'm not gonna go too crazy with it, just to give you guys an idea, of course, and so you guys can follow along and have your own creative ideas, flourish. So let's go ahead and get started with this color. I'm gonna go ahead and pick red, why not? So this is what it looks like after I got done putting the food coloring into my salt. I put a little too much food coloring down in here and a little bit right in here, and you can see it mixed together. Kind of bad, to be honest, but that's okay. I hope you guys turned out just a little bit better than mine. And just like that, guys, our activity is finished, and I hope you guys had a fun time making your art. And I'll see you guys next week for next week's activity. See you guys.